Little interview moment.
What?
Wow. No. Never think good shit on me.
I'm on top of the world. I'm going first and asking Jay questions. My first question, honestly, I don't know if you want me to go in order from like lightest to deepest, or do you want me to just
do whatever feels right?
Okay.
Just vote. I don't want to be out, so just vote.
Just vote. What is one situation you are terrified of being in, and why does that scare you?
Ooh. I'll be honest, I'm very scared of a similar situation like 2021. I'm scared of that happening again. I mean, I overthink a lot and I fear a lot of different things, but it's usually not in-depth fear. Mm-hmm. I would probably say I definitely fear the most that happening again. Or, Ash cheating on me. I actually really like this one, guys. I would like to keep her.
Well, valid fear. Sorry if you saw me sniffing my blanket. It smells like soap.
Ooh, that's nice.
When you are emotionally drained, what is something small that you do to cope, and why do you think that works for you?
That's a good one. There are, over the course of time, where I've just noticed I get emotionally drained very easily. There's been so many different coping mechanisms I've managed to get and collect. Music is a big one. It's the most like changing one. Like, it'll go from being one artist to another very quickly, but it's kind of always comes back to music. Very specific movies. I will say Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, I love the Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat, that's a great one. A lot of really good, like, bad comedy movies are good. A Call with You does usually make me feel a little bit better. As we can see, you know, despite being in the prime of an episode right now, it did make me feel a lot better to come to Layla's apartment.
Well, thank you.
So
that makes me feel good.
Good.
Third question.
I like making me feel good.
What is something that you wish your brain could do? How do you think not being able to do that affects how you act? I have a lot of like double questions, so I feel like that kind of gives me some leeway with the 12 questions.
Depth, I like it. I think if I could detect a thought being useless and detect that it's unnecessary to worry about something, how it would affect me, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That would save me a lot of time.
Yeah.
I've been during this whole episode, it's been like 95% stupid shit that I'm worried about and stupid shit that's plaguing me, and not like real things I need to be worried about.
Fourth question. What is something that constricts you?
Mentally, kind of like my whole thought process. Physically, my weight.
That was kind of like a question that you could, you know, kind of pass by with just answering lightly, but also if you wanted to go more in depth or you wanted to take the question how you wanted, you know.
Absolutely.
Very varied question.
You could say that.
What type of label bothers you the most and why?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Really, any label that's given to me by another person. I really don't. I have trouble labeling myself, so I find it a little aggravating when somebody else conveniently labels me. Like,
yeah.
You don't know that. Any label has the capacity to bother me, mostly because if I just meet somebody, or I'm speaking to anybody and they're just like, they try to label me.
Right.
I spend a lot of time trying to label myself, so I'm not a huge fan of
So you don't need help with other people doing it.
I don't need help. I feel like I'm very clearly not aimless or in need of help.
What is something that pretty much, or if everyone, you know, either one, everyone in your life does that bothers you?
I love an excuse to complain.
That's so real. I felt that.
I'm trying to see if I should pick something that applies to literally everyone or everyone but you, because, you know, you're right here.
It's fine if I'm included. If it's literally everybody including me, say it.
I'm just gonna go with the simplest answer. All of my friends are chronically online. Now, I will say, you're probably on the lower to middle end of this. A lot of the other people...
because I'm on my phone a lot.
I think it takes a lot more than... This is kind of ironic, but I think it takes a lot more than just being on your phone all the time to actually be chronically online. I think it's a lot about where you put yourself, despite, like, scrolling a lot. That's... I mean, you're online a lot, but...
Yeah, I think there's a difference between being able to decipher your own opinions from the internet's opinions.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't know if you do that well.
I think I do, but agree to disagree. Are you ready for the next question?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Honestly, it went from like deep to less and less deep the further we go. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
But why do you think you've taken such a liking to makeup?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I don't have a very big issue with my face. In fact, I would beg to say that that's probably the only part of me I am definitively like, oh, I like that. I like my face. My face is fine. Everything else, that's the issue. I literally like nothing about myself. Anyway, but
that's a conversation for another time.
That is a conversation for another vid.
Catch us next time. Subscribe, like.
Yeah, like, subscribe for more introspective talks about how we feel about how people perceive us and how we perceive ourselves. And makeup. I think it's mostly just because I find every creative outlet to be fun and stuff. And it's not like I had a lot of people in my life doing makeup at an early age, so I'm kind of unsure about where that started, because I did start, like, immediately. Yeah, I'm not really sure my influences, honestly. Makeup's fun.
I agree.
And that is all.
This one might not be able to go on here. I actually kind of lied. This one, those were the only lighthearted questions. You might want to say pause for this one too. What is a Whoa. If you don't want to answer, that's also fine. But
come on.
I thought you would want to.
I'm answering this question. Oh, perfect time. The cat came in. He wants to hear this too. This is a little tricky, I feel like.
Right.
Most of my trauma comes from my dad, so to directly that's a little awkward, I will say that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if you want to answer this question.
I do have other trauma.
It is very awkward.
It is, but as I would tell you, if you were to feel awkward about something, no one cares. We're all gonna die.
Right.
Anyway. You know...
7, don't show the camera your butthole. You gotta move.
Stay demure. I actually don't know if I can answer this. I don't really know what... I'm drawing a blank. Oh, but I really want to answer this, though.
Would you like me to come back to it later?
No, I won't have a better one later.
Okay. Let's resume. That was a longer intermission than either of us were planning on. Ate a whole meal, lost a whole meal, ordered more meals.
That's true.
What is something that is, like, hard-coded?
Just kind of my general way of thinking about when, like, going to the grocery store. I kind of do that with a lot of things, honestly. I kind of am just more mindful. Unfortunately, I think you kind of have, in this day and age, in this society, because it is a society we live in, I feel like people, like, have privilege and they don't even, like, realize it. Yeah, and it would, unfortunately, take poverty to truly make people, like, lock in.
Now, for our last question, what's an experience you've had that you don't think anyone else would understand?
A little bit of a corny answer, but I've spent so much time with this that's kind of hard for me to answer with anything else. But I think being myself, being me specifically, I don't think that, like, because, you know, I hear everybody talk about specific parts of me relating to those specific parts. Like, other people talk about autism, other people talk about having mid-length purple hair. Other people talk about these things. I've just never really met anybody that truly understands the things that go on in my head. And so, because of this, I'd say that's an experience that no one else understands. Yeah, just my head. Some people get close.
I like spanking. I got these.
Clean pole.
Now, would we like to move on? Oh, our microphones aren't on. Mine isn't. Damn.
So
now mine's gonna be all muffled for the last.
all of your audio will have come from this microphone.
God damn it! This is gonna piss me off. Fuck. God damn it. And I wasn't even talking super loud either. Shit. Okay, well,
I'm aggravated.
thankfully we just needed to know your responses. So, and now mine are on for the things you need to actually hear from me.
Favorite YouTuber as of right now?
Great question. I love Joe Bartolozzi will always be up there, right? I feel like I've been watching a lot of Danny right now, but Joe I think will always be my favorite.
Super happy to hear that you're into Danny right now. Question 2. Favorite cheese?
Great question. I am kind of on the sharp cheddar train right now. I love a sharp cheddar cheese stick.
I like that.
Thank you. But I will say this, I hate wet cheeses.
I didn't know there was anybody that liked those.
Well, there's one specific brand of cheese stick that I had. No shade to the brand. Well, actually all shade to any brands. But Cracker Barrel, the specific brand of cheese stick, so wet. It's like hard, really hard cheese, but it has like a wet outside that I have to dry with a paper towel before I eat it because it makes me uncomfortable to eat. I don't like that.
Question 3. What is stopping you from eating better?
I think partly I have an addiction to food and I eat too much food that's too good, and I just like the taste of food too much to stop. And unhealthy food just tastes better a lot of times, you know? Mm-hmm. Butter makes a lot of food taste better, and I don't think anybody can lie and say that it doesn't, because all restaurant food tastes better than food made at the house because it has a bunch of butter and oils in it. And yeah, that's why I cannot eat better.
Question number 4. Do you enjoy rain?
I love rain when I'm sleeping. However, I don't like rain during the day, and I don't like the humidity that comes with rain.
I agree. Question number 5. What does your internal monologue sound like? Either give an example of what it sounds like or reenact it.
It sounds like my voice. It sounds the exact same as how I talk in real life, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Your internal monologue
is just my voice.
Do you understand the question?
I think so.
I'm saying is your internal... I mean, you could very well just be answering the exact correct way, but I'm saying is your internal monologue like, God, I'm such a fucking weirdo, I'm so awful, or is it like, I'm gonna go do this today, I'm gonna go do this? Like, less so like...
Both and all of the above. I think the exact way, I don't know. Because
Do you want to figure out the answer to that?
Sure.
Sit here for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And think.
I just sound like I'm talking.
Alright. 6. What's a compliment you wish people gave you more often?
It's a difficult question. I don't think often about compliments. It's not more so like who's giving the compliments. You know,
Yeah.
there's certain people that I would want more compliments from in general, but I don't know. Maybe some parts of my personality I wish people would compliment more. I don't know.
7. What do you think hinders you from truly loving yourself?
I'm gonna say it. My brain is male-centered as hell. So, that men is the reason I don't love myself. That's my answer.
8. How much of yourself do you think you're hiding from other people? And do you think you're also hiding these things from yourself?
I mean, a lot of it's like a lot of my personality comes from things that happened in my childhood, and I think how we're raised really shapes how a person behaves in real life and in their everyday lives, and until their death, really. Their past experience, I think, always shapes people into who they are. But with that being said, I don't remember a lot of my childhood. And I don't know if that's just because they're not significant or because they're being blocked out from my memories. Like, I'm blocking them out. So I think it is mostly me hiding it from myself, because I couldn't tell you what parts I'm hiding. Like, I don't know, I feel like the things I have shared with a lot of people about my childhood, I've told a lot of what I know, but I mean, I couldn't really explain how that's affected me. Like, there's certain parts, I don't know, there's just certain parts I don't remember, and I think it's mostly hiding from myself. Therefore, I'm hiding it from other people.
This next question is kind of tricky. Perceive it how you want to perceive it, answer it how you want to answer it.
Okay.
And just roll with it. 9. What is your problem?
I'm trying not to give an incorrect answer, coming up with a false answer.
Oh, gotcha. We keep it really honest over here. We're two straight people, and straight people are always honest. Get it?
I get it. I caught it. I think everything is my problem.
Side question, aside from what's written
Of course.
here. What's not your problem?
I think, the fact that I'm very nuanced with how I feel about people. I think that is a good quality that I have. I like to think that I can interpret people's bad qualities with their good qualities. And, I can recognize that even with the people that I love, like, I love these people, these are bad traits that they have. These are also good traits that they have. And a lot of people I love have bad traits that some people would say make them bad people. And maybe I would say that makes them bad people too. But I think I'm happy that I'm able to see the good and bad in people. That is inspired from Love Island.
Follow-up question. That also is not written down. What do you think is my worst trait?
This is gonna sound like a cop-out, but I don't think there is at the moment. Actually, it's less about you, more a lot of people and don't take this as shade because it just
I literally
happened.
asked you what a bad
I
trait
feel
about
like
me is.
a lot of people don't really take my advice and just kind of ignore it, and then it's like, well, oh, this happened. Well, I told you that's gonna happen. And don't take that as shade because that kind of did just happen.
Yes.
But that is more so
Yeah.
a friend issue than just you.
I understand that issue.
Because you do take my advice.
I am very... You're probably the only person I actually take your advice, to be honest with you, so I'm pretty sure everybody else could probably complain about that same thing, too. I am a very, like... At least currently in this state that I'm in, I'm so more apt to just not listen to what anybody else is saying.
And I get that. I think it's better to go with how you think and how you feel.
I do know it's frustrating on the other end, though.
Yes.
I've been on that end where I'm repeatedly giving a person advice and I know what's right from wrong and they don't take it. By this point, I'm unfortunately used to it because I have people like that just don't take my advice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no, and that's like never taking my advice. Yeah.
Realize.
I see you. Follow-up question. What do you think I think is your worst trait?
I think
That
My-
wheeze was crazy.
popcorn lung? No, I don't really have it yet. I will never have popcorn lung.
Don't jinx it.
But I think you would think my worst trait is my attitude and how when I'm kind of irritated or kind of upset, I shut down. But also my face looks irritated, so you can tell I'm irritated, but I shut down so I won't tell you why I'm irritated. I think that's what you would think my biggest issue is.
You want me to tell you if you're right or wrong?
Sure.
You are right.
Thank you. I knew I was.
Another follow-up question.
Okay.
Because this is just inspiration. Do you think everyone that you know would agree that's also your biggest issue?
Maybe in my family, but no, not everybody, because I don't think enough people notice enough.
Would you say they don't know you well enough to have gotten to that point?
Yes, I would say that.
Back to the actual script. This one's tricky.
Let's hop into the next question, which is apparently a tricky one.
Fuck out.
Excuse me.
That was you?
Yes, that
Oh
was
my
me
God.
burping.
What do you truthfully... 10. What do you truthfully think you'd be remembered for if you died right now?
I don't think I'd be remembered for anything. I don't think I would make, if I died at this moment, I don't think I'd make a lasting impact on the world. Maybe on my friends and family, close friends and family, but most people I don't think would have that big of an impact on. I would be known as a daughter and a friend. Do we need a break? Oh god. I don't plan on killing myself anytime soon.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Get a snack. I need the distraction. That is a lot of ice. That is a lot of ice.
And we got that on camera. We caught that. Oddly enough, despite my constant struggle with literally every issue under the sun, I don't often deal with the thinking about my lack of impact on the world. But I truthfully, if I died right now, would have made no impact on large portions of the world. Literally, I would only be known, close friends, acquaintances, whatever, like, and then family. That would be it. I mean, I talk to more people, so that's a little bit more people, but that's about it. But this isn't very comforting, but nobody except for, like, Albert Einstein and Sabrina
and-
Carpenter make a lasting effect.
Only Albert Einstein and Sabrina Carpenter have ever made an
Well,
impact.
And Bo Burnham.
And Bo Burnham, can't forget.
Can't forget.
And Kendrick Lamar.
And Kendrick Lamar. And Curtis Connor. Anyways, I've been, what I've been struggling with, not to be all me, but I feel like it ties in. I've been struggling with the fact that I feel irrelevant in the context of the universe.
Right.
I feel like if I'm not constantly creating something, and I'm not constantly producing and constantly growing, then I am irrelevant. But then I kind of let go and forgot about how much joy my friendships alone bring me. And I used to dream that I would have more than just one friend. And I used to pray that I would have more people in my life that loved me for who I was.
Slim Jim.
Can I get a kiss?
I used to just hope that anybody would be my friend, and now that I have a bunch of friends, I'm to be remembered and cared about by a large scale amount of people, and I kind of just have to remember, I'm like, I finally have friends. Like I have a lot of people to care about.
Right.
I will say, if you died right now, and I'm gonna get kind of jokey about this so that I don't start crying, and so that you don't cry a little more. I would genuinely never shut up about the fact that you were my friend. I'd be like, she was that bitch. She was the baddest bitch. I would tell everyone you dated around. You literally dated everybody because you were that sexy. Like,
Thank you. Next question.
11. What do you not understand about yourself?
I think that how my brain processes trauma, I don't think I understand that very well. Because I feel like, again, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but I don't remember a lot. And hey, my cat is eating plastic. Slim Jim box. Slim Jim. How my brain works and how my brain functions and how my brain processes trauma, I do not understand that about myself. Headshot, Drake.
A white woman's Instagram.
Sit down.
A latte foam art. Tiny pumpkins. Fuzzy, comfy socks. Coffee table made out of driftwood. A bobblehead of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. A fake fan.
Fake fan. Doesn't even know all the lyrics of Poetic Justice off the top of their head.
Was that Poetic Justice?
No, that was Swimming Pools.
Right.
Sorry. I was planning on singing Poetic Justice, and then Swimming Pools came out.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
That's it? Bro, that's really all the questions. Are you sure?
Positive.
Sure? I'm going to move to